England 5, Ireland nil, and we did not deserve that. We did not deserve that. I'd be interested to hear what you guys have to say, but we did not deserve to lose that game 5-0. And I'll get into why, but that is a bit deflating based off that first half performance, based off how good it was looking, and then to have it finish like that was a real killer blow. Um, we'll kind of start off by looking at maybe how we set up for this game, and I think we did everything we could. I think Heimer deserves credit for that first half. I think he got a spot on. I think I liked the way Colin's position was kind of based around Harry Kane and how he moves. Obviously, we know he kind of plays as that lone striker, but drops into midfield and deeper positions. And Collins was kind of playing that CDM role, tracking him, but then dropping back into the back five when we needed to do so. And it was clearing balls and doing really well there. Scales, McGuinness looked comfortable enough. So first half, I don't think England really created anything spectacular. No massive chances. And I think we frustrated them, and you could tell that the way things were going. Obviously Harry Kane reacting to Malumbi and bits and pieces like that. They were getting frustrated when we had them where we wanted them. And we'll get into all that. But in terms of kind of how that first half went, Festi Ebisele, what a player! He is the future of this. And that's why I've been pushing for him over Doherty. That's why I've been so frustrated over Matt Doherty getting these minutes over Festi when he could have been developing all this time. And he's such a talented player, only 22 years of age, has such a huge career ahead of him, and such an exciting talent. And he's kind of burning past players, his dribbling and everything. Like he looks such a good player, and I'm really impressed by him. Versatile down that right flank as well. So I think Festi was a huge positive. And I think RT gave Nathan Collins the Irish man of the match, which you can't really do after a 5-0 loss. But I would have given that to Festi, to be honest, after that first half display. A couple of huge calls from the referee, I thought as well. I thought Evan Ferguson had a stone wall penalty turned down. I think there was a second incident on Sammy Schmodjic, which when Kyle Walker kind of clipped his heel, and I think that was I wouldn't be losing sleep over that. I don't think that was as bad, but I think the Ferguson one was absolutely dead on a penalty. Like I don't know how the referee and VAR didn't even call the referee off to have a look at that, because it's Stonewall Gahey knows he's losing this battle, and Ferguson's looking a lot better now, isn't he? He's looking uh quick, strong, sharp. He's looking so much more better now. Obviously, kind of over that little injury issue he had, so he's looking the real deal again. And he had Gahey there. He had him for pace, had him for looked like he had him for strength, and Gahey got a hold of that shirt and dragged him down. Like, and there's a Stonewall penalty. I don't know how that wasn't given, and that changes the game. That changes the complete complexity of the game altogether. So that was a huge moment. So Smodjic's one after. I think it possibly was a penalty 50-50. Kind of see them given. Surprised VAR didn't get the referee over again after the last one, but yeah, I wasn't too disappointed. I didn't think it was as clear as the Ferguson one, to be honest. Um, and it was just great to see Liam Scales. Obviously, it wasn't a happy ending for him, but he put in that huge tackle on Harry Kane, and it got the crowd going, and it really let him know that we were there. And that just summed up the half. I thought English sluggish enough, and England were sluggish enough, and bits and pieces, and Ireland were really on it and up for it. And it was a huge difference from Ireland in terms of what we saw in the Diva a couple of months ago, and then what we saw in the first half today. It was completely different. And another positive is I think like obviously there was a lack of experience in the game on the pitch, maybe, and that kind of showed a little bit in terms of how the game eventually panned out. But I thought the youth of the squad was a positive, and it's a good learning experience for them, and a good learning curve that first half and the second half, and what to take from those games. Queven Keller only mid-20s, Festi's young, Dara Shea's young, McGuinness is young, Scales is young, O'Dowd is probably late 20s now, to be fair, but then you've got Malumbi, who's kind of mid-20s maybe. Uh, Josh Cullen would be on the later side, one of our more experienced players. But then you've Evan Ferguson up front, who's still a teenager, I believe. So like, there's so much young players, so many young players there. Schmodrick is still inexperienced at international level, so it's a good learning for him. I know he's 27, 28, but it's a good learning for him. And I think that it will really stand to them now for next year. And I actually do think there's, funny enough, there's a lot of positives taken, obviously on the surface of the result. No positives to take from it, but I think there's a lot of positives to take from that display. Second half, it was just a nightmare start. It was sloppy, and I think McGuinness did well to win the ball back, and he kind of, it was a bit of a miscommunication with him. Malumbi passes it out sloppy enough. And sometimes Malumbi's great. He gives you energy, he gives you tackles, gives you hard work, but he's a little bit can be a little bit sloppy in possession at times. He gave the ball away a few times in the first half as well, which wasn't great. But um, yeah, Malumbi was kind of sloppy enough there, puts it out for a throw in, and the ball falls to Harry Kane. And after having a stinking first half, and I was thinking this fella must be getting hooked soon, he delivers and he kind of reminds us all what he can do. I don't think he's the route forward for him in the future though. I think he's lost his legs. You could see in the first half there's one ball down the line, and Nathan Collins easily dispossessed him, outpaced him. So I don't know if he's fully the future for England in moving forward. I think you're better might be better off with a Watkins or Solanke or something, but he showed his ability and his technical quality, and he was an incredible ball through to Jude Bellingham, who got on the receiving end of it, good little ball running behind, and he took it back inside Scales and kind of a trailing leg penalty. And Scales saw his second yellow, and that was game, set, match. Really, you could kind of feel that as well. And it's the worst part about it is Scales. Obviously, the second yellow can't do anything about too much. Obviously, going for the ball, but the first one he picked up in the first half was very, very silly. I think he kind of was trying to waste time, and he picked the ball up and he threw it away, or he carried it with him or something. It was a stupid, stupid book, and that would have potentially kept if you kind of keep if you had 11 men, you'd fancy us to keep it at 1-0 for a while and try and stay in the game and create a couple of chances as we did in the first half and win a few free kicks and corners and stuff. But with 10, you've no hope against an England side with that much ability and that much strength and depth off the bench and things like that. So it was kind of game set and match from there. And I think we conceded 3 goals in 6 or 7 minutes then, and it was just a horrible, horrible second half to watch really. Um, yeah, 55 minutes. Anthony Gordon got his goal. I can't even remember these. I'm trying to remember them in my head. 57 was Conor Gallagher. It was poor from a corner. Sorry, the Anthony Gordon goal, the second goal. I think Collins come back to me now. I think that was the one where it looked like a miscommunication between the two, and it was a poor clearance from Cullen, I think, and Gordon was a good finish, but it was just disappointing that we weren't able to deal with that a little bit better. Maybe that's a bit of experience where when you go down to 10 men, you go 1-0 down. It's such a sucker blow. You need someone just to stop this game and really kill it dead and stop the momentum and stop the flow and just really have someone there to be able to kind of command that game and take over and really just kill it for 10, 15 minutes just to let us get back to an even keel really. But it wasn't to be. They tore us to shreds. Conor Gallagher, a couple of minutes later, made it 3-0, and it was just, and at this stage, 57, 58 minutes in, you're kind of worrying, geez, this could be 6 or 7. It wasn't far off in the end, but you're getting really worried at that stage. They started emptying the bench. You know, they brought on Morgan Rogers and Jared Bowen and bits and pieces like that, Dominic Solanke and stuff, and Jared Bowen did. Make it 4-0 on 75 minutes, and it was a clever free kick. Bellingham and had a little routine there. Played it to the edge of the box as well, worked, and a good finish from Jared Bowen, and just being able to bring all those lads off the bench, we'd be crying out for even one of them. So, yeah, Bowen, great little finish. Then on 78 minutes, that insult to injury. Roy Keane's future son-in-law heads in England's fifth, and Taylor Howard-Bellett's off the bench on his debut, I believe. Um, I think he was a captain of the under 21s under Carsley potentially, but he made it five, and that just kind of put the icing on the cake for England. Really, Jude Bellingham with a good ball into the box, but that was just it was disappointing. I don't think we deserved this 5-0. We didn't deserve that. I don't think. I think that it's such a sucker punch and such a blow. But you just hope that Heimer can kind of focus on that first half, and the young players can really focus on that first half and take positives from that because there was a lot of positives to take from that first half. But the second half, yeah, maybe there's a lot of learnings there as well in terms of maybe making a couple of changes earlier or just knowing how to deal with those situations, you know. So yeah, it's a killer. But let me know what you guys thought of the game. Just a quick kind of reaction to that. I was so excited at halftime to make a reaction video, and then I said I'll stick through it and do it anyway. But yeah, disappointing one all the same. Let me know what you thought of the game down in the comments below if you did enjoy, which I'm sure you didn't. But if you don't mind dropping a like anyway, please do. It is much appreciated. And do subscribe. We'll have plenty of stuff coming out in the next couple of weeks on LOI and maybe a little Ireland video or something recapping on what happened this international window and stuff. So yeah, make sure to stay tuned. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will catch you very, very soon. Peace.